Hello, hello, hello. I'm Curt Doty with RealmIQ. We are promoting our RealmIQ sessions with some excerpts from LinkedIn. In this session, I'm talking with Ulrike Kerber, coming to us all the way from Berlin. And she is an awesome artist, graphic designer extraordinaire, and she has mastered generative AI with her art. And she is one of our latest RealmIQ mentors to join. Let's listen in.
The question was, how can a company, for example, utilize these tools, right?
Yeah.
And it's icky at the moment yet. Still, it's like you go to a point, it's working well, and you cannot expect to finish a glossy, beautiful, finalized design. But what I find is really important right now, you can use these AI tools for ideation on creating quick prototypes in a large amount, in a time frame that you wouldn't be able to do in other tools. That's how I use it. So my question to you is now, have you seen a great example of that? Have you seen a company utilizing AI tools really nicely?
Oh, yeah. And, I talk with people in various industries, not just graphic designers like we are, but, blog writers, marketers, real estate agents. I mean, it's just crazy how ChatGPT, which is, text to text, is an amazing tool to kind of drill down on defining marketing personas, like who's going to buy my product. Here's my product description. Who's interested in that? And then continue the dialogue of, okay, how do I write some messaging that connects them emotionally with my product? And it will give positioning, right? And then you can go further and say, okay, now write 10 social media posts on that positioning and include emojis and relevant SEO words and the relevant hashtags, and it'll just freaking do it.
Yeah, it will do it. But what happens with everybody uses ChatGPT? Do you feel like it looks and sounds all a little bit the same? It starts to, you can already detect a little bit the ChatGPT style?
A little bit, yeah. So what's important is, like, if you have a unique product, it will write about that product. So however you input your data into the system, into the LLM, that's what is unique, is your input into that. Now, the creativity that it puts forth, you should still judge it and compare to maybe your competitors and say, actually, that's my competitor's tagline, so I can't use that, right? But again, it's that human input and orchestration of this experience that will make it not cookie cutter. So there are indicators, because I use it for my blogs to give me ideas and write or organize my thoughts. So but what I find is the way they organize their content starts to be predictable, meaning the paragraph structure. They say firstly, secondly, and lastly, and in conclusion, right? So, I end up having to rewrite a lot of that. And then, I'll write the pithy headline, the attention grabber, clickbait.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? It's very predictable. It feels like it's always a very predictable thing.
I mean, it is creating content and helping you, but again, the human side still needs to go through it. And I always ask, okay, please provide some quotes from industry experts and source those quotes. So I see the quotes that come out, and then I say, okay, is this a real person? So then I'll go on LinkedIn and say, I found that person, or I found the article. If there wasn't an article, then it's like, well, I can't use it.
Have you had some good and funny hallucinations?
Yeah, and what I discovered in talking with a lot of people who use it is that these hallucinations are not a conversation where they start to understand you and analyze you and ask you very personal questions. It's like, no, the hallucination is wrong information that they find because it's kind of they're dreaming up quotes, and it's like, okay, no one said that. I've asked the system, do some competitive analysis and business modeling and revenue reports on certain companies within a certain business sector. And oh yeah, it's $1 billion industry, and this company's doing all this great stuff. And then I go, okay, I want to check that, because I do, and then I find out, there's no company named that. They but now fluff. So then I had to, go through some traditional research to really find about some industry categories. So
it can be even dangerous. The hallucination can be dangerous.
It can be dangerous if you just assume everything you're reading is true. And we can't even do that in real life, assume everything is true that you hear. So I think critical thinking and due diligence and your own personal research, traditional and with AI, I think they're all tools to use. But again, that human buffer, that human filter is what I hope. Well, I advocate for that, but I also hope that will not only help train these LLMs, because again, what we put in and what we challenge, we can actually have a dialogue and say, well, that's not true. I couldn't find that link. And then they're learning from that conversation. So
absolutely,
Keep looking for more RealmIQ sessions on our website and in your LinkedIn feed.